Welcome back to Spa Talk. This is Megan DiMartino live from the Novita Spa, Georgetown, Texas, exclusively with BeFirstInMedia.com. Again, we are with the Lash Queen, Karla Scott. And before break, I shared that we're going to speak about the professional aspect of eyelash extensions. Last week we discussed about what sets an esthetician apart, what is an esthetician, and so much about the credibility and the education behind it, and then continuing education. So Karla, share a little bit about the training that goes into being an eyelash extension professional.
Well, first of all, you have to already be a licensed professional in most states, either a licensed cosmetologist, a licensed esthetician, or in some states, most that I have dealt with, even an RN or an LPN.
Oh, really?
So even nurses can be trained to do this. As a matter of fact, 3 of the companies that I know of were started by former nurses.
I see. Interesting.
Very interesting.
We'll talk a little bit about that, health and sanitation, in a minute.
Yes.
So one needs to be a licensed professional, and from there, what transpires?
And then you get with one of the professional eyelash extension companies that offer training, preferably one that has a good reputation and one that is close in proximity or offers training in your locale.
Okay.
So you go to them, or they are a lot of times offering classes in your city, and you sign up. Most of them have internet access where you can sign up online and you enroll yourself in a class. You go and you get educated and you practice your craft.
Practice makes perfect, folks. What I have observed and know from having my staff be trained by Karla and her company, that it's not only the initial training and the cost behind that, but also that they have to submit before and after photographs to you and your company to then be certified.
Absolutely. It's not an automatic thing. Just because you paid for a class and you sat in a class does not necessarily guarantee you certification. You have to demonstrate a level of proficiency and professionalism in order to then be certified.
And a certification is a very important credibility factor to the client.
Absolutely.
Because I would assume that in the United States, with the popularity of eyelash extensions, that there are many people out there doing eyelash extensions and possibly causing injury to the client that has them. Why don't you share a little bit about that?
I've seen a lot of horror stories and had to correct a lot of bad work. Other people doing extensions or so-called extensions, and oh my goodness, having their lashes glued together, having some type of glue other than that which is made for the eyes, such as hair bonding glue being used to apply eyelash extensions or tab lashes to the person's eyelashes. Lashes being applied to the skin as opposed to the eyelash hairs. Just the stories go on and on.
And so, folks, that's what really Spa Talk is about, is bringing you information that will clarify misinformation, but also give you correct information of what to look for in a professional licensed esthetician, cosmetologist, nail technician, and so forth. Because in weeks to come, we're going to be speaking about sanitation in the nail industry and other aspects of that. So I'd like Karla right now to share a little bit about the importance of sanitation in eyelash extensions.
It's vitally important. We're talking about your eyes, for goodness sakes, and you only get one set. This is not like your nails. If they're, you know, subjected to drilling and all of that, you can take those artificial nails off and allow your nails to grow out and regain that healthy appearance. Not so with your eyes. The only part that sheds and regrows are your lashes. But your eyes and the health and safety of them are in the hands of those who are dealing with you directly. So it's just incredibly important that we follow proper sanitation, that our implements are sterilized, that we're using disposable items that hold the glue and your lashes, so that we prevent cross-contamination, one client to the next. And so it's important for that technician to be knowledgeable of these things, and then not just be knowledgeable, but practice it. It's very important. We're using implements that can be very sharp. So in addition to the sanitation, there are safety precautions that need to be taken as well. So it's important. It's very, very important, especially dealing with the eyes.
And like the Novita Spa in Georgetown, this is a team of professionals and working together, but under the auspices of the management.
Yes.
So that's also important.
Very.
Who is managing, who is buying the supplies, as Karla is speaking about, pharmaceutical grade glue and implements that are sanitized properly and so forth. So it really is imperative for you to take the responsibility to find more about the location that you are thinking of going to have your eyelash extensions done at. Now I'd like to speak for a minute about your new venture, which now, as Karla shared with you, she's been a makeup artist and an esthetician for 30 years. She's been doing eyelash extensions for almost 10 years and a trainer for a national company, therefore training other estheticians and cosmetologists and traveling the United States. So in that, and I know that the evolution of this new venture came from that, but her new venture is called Bump Her Lashes. And Karla, I'd like you to share with our audience what bumper lashes are and how it came to you and what is going on in the United States with bumper lashes, meaning where can you find bumper lashes?
Well, first of all, bumper lashes are a hybrid technique that I developed, crossing or marrying eyelash extensions, professional eyelash extensions, with the traditional flares or tab lashes, but utilizing the medical grade adhesive that is typically used for the eyelash extensions. So in other words, you know, a lot of people could go to Sally's. You can go to your local drugstore, a lot of times your local discount stores, and find flare lashes and the glue that they sell to go with them. Well, if you've ever used it, it's very fumy. It burns the eyes. It burns the eyes of the technician using it, so you know it stings to the client, makes their eyes water. It's hard. It causes breakage of the lashes. It's heavy. People feel it. It can be very irritating, itchy. So it's just it's not a good product to use. So this marrying the two, but using the glue that's used, that's weightless, fume-free, safe. You know, most ophthalmologists tested and all of those wonderful things. To apply these tab lashes makes them weightless. So you get this beautiful, natural appearance, but they're fuller and lush, like the tab lashes have the appearance of being.
Very exciting, folks, because it's marrying those two worlds, but I'm sure there's things about it that go beyond that full lush, but also safety and professional, but I'm sure possibly takes less time.
It takes a lot less time. The technician, while she is duly trained, does not have to be as meticulous about separating each little lash, because when you apply the tab lashes or flare lashes, they overlap several lashes at a time anyway. So this is just a safer version of that and has a more natural appearance because we do the inner and outer corners, and we build a framework of extension lashes to support these. So it makes it a great option for people who have very few lashes or thin, fine lashes, and they can still get that beautiful full effect that you can't get with extensions if you don't have lashes. With extension lashes, you can only put hairs where you have hairs. With a flare, because there's several hairs together, they overlap those gaps. And so you can get that fuller appearance when you don't have the lashes to support it.
Folks, that is really a very, very important point, because people who've had cancer and have lost lashes, and the hair is growing back, but very sparse, as Karla is sharing, they can start having lashes, but without hair or eyelashes, it's impossible to attach that eyelash extension.
That's right.
So it really is an extension of what we do as estheticians, helping people be and feel the best they can be.
Absolutely.
So it's very gratifying,
very,
this work as well.
Oh, it's wonderful. I don't have one set that I do that I'm not thrilled at the end of the service myself. So I know the client's excited because I'm excited.
Yes.
Every single set is gorgeous. It's amazing.
And you know, I can only speak for myself, Karla, but that's one of the things that has kept me going over the last 25 years of what I have done of product development and aesthetic work and clinical work, is helping people with dealing with things such as acne and rosacea and hyperpigmentation, and especially that teen that, you know, from an acne position or adult acne. So when a person has no lashes but then can start to have that presence, it's very exciting.
It is. And it's so wonderful to see the look on a woman's face when she feels beautiful.
Well, the phone lines are going and the tweeting is going, and so we're going to break now, and when we come back, we're going to answer some of your questions about eyelash extensions and specifically bump her lashes.